Hello and welcome back to Borderlands 2. This is part 7, and in this part, we're gonna go explore Blackburn Cove. And at the behest of our good and gentlemanly friend Hammerlock, we are going to once and for all prove that Midgemong is a thing.
So, can the racks actually drop weapons?
The Rex don't normally drop that good of shit. Probably, well, look there, drop the gun, drop some money.
So they can drop weapons.
I have a feeling that these racks were joining a little posse later. We're the rack pack. Yeah, shield. With a really nice recharge delay. You see, the recharge delay on that was only 1
but it's got significant. Yeah, but it's got significantly smaller shield value.
True. Well, this one has you. Oh wait, no, that's right. Because the Pay no attention to the green up and red down arrows when you're looking at recharge delay, because you don't want your recharge to be higher. You want your recharge delay to be as low as possible. Well, I mean, better is good, right?
Well, not all the time.
Just thinking about it. Yeah, let's do it. I want superlative recharge delay for my shield, because the lower the time it takes for me to recharge, the more randomly I can get second wind health, even when I'm being gunned down.
No, the green up arrows do actually are telling you the improvement. Your current recharge delay was almost 4 fucking seconds.
Okay, so I was wrong, but at the same I guess it's good to know that really high recharge delay is probably going to find a lot of good substitutes. But there, behold, now it only takes me half as long to start recharging my shield.
Yep.
Which is nice.
But you did lose out on 50% of your shield value.
33%. Which is what?
No, it's 50%.
No, 50. If I'm at 50%, that means you got to multiply it by 2, which is 162. But I had 128 just a second ago.
But half of 82 is 40.
Right, but no, 82 is the product. 128 was the base, and the 33. So you're multiplying 120. We're talking mathematics, goddammit. So you multiply 128 by about 0.66, and there, that's a 33% decrease.
Okay, so you have successfully regenerated all the ammo that you can for these weapons.
Precisely. Oh, dude. I suddenly missed the Berserker sound clips from Borderlands 1, where he's basically laughing like some kind of diabolical maniac, but all he's doing is just punching people over and over again. It is quite beautiful, actually.
The desolate ice flows. This specifically reminds me a lot of No Man's Sky. You know, just wandering around a mostly barren hellscape, attempting to find resources.
Attempting and then failing.
Actually, you don't really fail to find resources in No Man's Sky, but you do fail to find the resources that you actually are looking for.
I suppose probability is a significant factor in, especially with a luck system, as in any and pretty much every computer-driven game.
Luck is definitely a thing in Borderlands, but not so much in No Man's Sky.
They need a team of people to. I wonder how long it's going to take for somebody to actually 100% No Man's Sky. How many generations?
Oh, you don't 100%.
No, I know
Dude, you do not want 100% No Man's Sky.
There's going to be like just one society of people. We are the No Man's Sky 100% full combo, and it is our job to once and for all 100% No Man's Sky for posterity and all of mankind.
Yeah, but the problem with that mentality is very specifically the fact that since No Man's Sky has got a procedural generation for a majority of its universe, you literally cannot 100% it. I mean, you can, you have to put some pretty specific limits on your goals for 100%ing No Man's Sky, as, like, there's a specific amount, there are a set number of, like, ships, planet types, and upgrades for your suit that you can get. However, attempting to explore literally the entirety of the universe is physically impossible, as it is, mostly ever expanding.
Well, right, and that's me not knowing that No Man's Sky was a procedurally generated universe, where I thought it was a fixed universe. But that would mean that the designers...
It's supposed to be a fixed universe, but...
I mean, a computer could totally, like, randomize a preset for, I don't know, 14 bajillion planets or however many there are. And then the humans need not necessarily check the work. They just say, okay, well, these are the parameters we set. We already knew it was not going to work, so there.
It's supposed to be a fixed universe, but it effectively isn't, simply due to its raw scope.
Scope. It's got scope for days. But still, though, I mean, okay, well, maybe not the part where. But that would mean, so is there a limit to the number of planets or places you could go to in No Man's Sky?
In theory, yes. You're never going to hit it, but in theory, yes.
Okay, so there is a 100% challenge in No Man's Sky, and it literally would take generations to finish.
But that's the problem. You cannot explore the entirety of No Man's Sky.
Well, you just said it was a finite number.
Yes, it is in theory a finite number. It's not actually a finite number, but in theory it's supposed to be a finite number. The problem with believing that No Man's Sky has got a strict universe is that while it is technically true, the explorative depths of No Man's Sky pretty much guarantee that you're never going to hit it. I mean, if you just spent the entirety of your life jumping around from place to place, which you can't do because jumping costs resources, you would be able to go from one end of No Man's Sky's universe to the other end, like shortly before you died. But you wouldn't hit everything in No Man's Sky doing that. You would just be attempting to jump from one extreme end of the universe to the other, and even doing that. The whole plot point of No Man's Sky is due to the simulation plot point that ends up being expressed towards the end of the primary story. It doesn't actually matter
because there's a fixed number of resources, therefore your variety of places you can go is limited.
Actually, no. There's an unlimited number of resources.
Okay, but just as long as we agree that it literally would take somebody's entire life just to jump from planet to planet.
Well, system to system, planet to planet, no, you're not doing that. A majority of the planets that are generated in No Man's Sky are literally worthless.
Well, but that's not the point, though. The point is that they are there and they're places where we could go. We selected maximum health as a thing to increase, which I think is a wise choice.
Yeah, but because of that, you no longer have a full health bar after you leveled up.
All I'm saying is that if there is a society of people out there that is interested for posterity, for glory of mankind, and they have a website, that I would like to know about it.
For the record, No Man's Sky is officially a real video game.
No, it is, and I heard it sucks.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say that the survivor elements of No Man's Sky severely hamper what No Man's Sky was supposed to be, which was this, some rare weapons.
Yay.
Or no, green is still uncommon in this game, right?
Yeah, it's one step above white, which is garbage. That's a white gun.
Okay. All right. So I would pull back from saying that No Man's Sky is a bad game. I would say that on release it was pretty bad, but on release it was pretty bad because it just flat out didn't freaking work. It still has a lot of issues with it not freaking working, but it mostly works now. And the actual issues that people have with it are its lack of guided content, which they've been working at and fixing to a good point. However, I would say that No Man's Sky is a decent game. It's not particularly good, it's just not terrible anymore. It's an actual video game now, as opposed to what it was before, which was, hey, I'm going to survive in this universe, and that's all I'm going to do.
Right, so as long as you enter the game with the mindset that you're in it to create your own adventures, yeah, I could totally see somebody getting into No Man's Sky, definitely.
And that actually does have some pretty significant merit in it for No Man's Sky. It's not really the best part of No Man's Sky, though. To be perfectly honest, the best part of No Man's Sky is trying to for me specifically, it was trying to map out the encyclopedia for each of the races that you encounter, which, although was an interesting thing for a while, becomes a real pain in the ass when you realize, oh shit, certain systems are only inhabited by one particular race. So I start out with a decent encyclopedia and vocabulary for one race, but then the next system that I go to, none of that fucking matters.
Gotcha. Well, let me just amplify my previous statement that when I say a game sucks, it means that every time a player endeavors on a new game, they have to, well, before they even choose the game, rather, they enter a decision tree. And one of the earliest decisions on the tree is, does this game suck? If yes, then you should probably look at games that do not suck. And if no, then you probably got a winner.
It's not that simple with No Man's Sky, though, because, to be perfectly honest, the game doesn't really start sucking until about 10 hours in.
But, what? So you're saying that the party extinguishes itself after 10 hours?
No Man's Sky are actually really fun. No, the first 5 hours of No Man's Sky are actually pretty damn fun. I mean, I don't like the survival elements, but fighting against those survival elements is actually somewhat interesting. However, once you are successfully able to leave your first system, the game just kind of says, okay, now you got to go figure out what else you want to do. Because, like, well, wait, you had me, you were holding my hand, telling me what I could do and how I should be doing it. So now what am I supposed to do now I can leave?
Fuck,
explore
I don't have objectives, guy.
I don't want to explore everything. Oh.
There's too much to explore.
All right, have fun.
Because
and then they leave. It's
right, because it breaks the first rule of goal setting, is that goals have to be achievable. And as we've said many times, there are some things in No Man's Sky you simply cannot do because you are human.
This has been us talking about No Man's Sky instead of Borderlands 2.
I can never die, except maybe against you because you have a shield and you're a bitch. Running behind tables and shit. Oh, your buddy's weak. Your buddy just gave me second wind, son. Come here, Mr. Shield. I have a shield too. You just broke it. I'm gonna make you pay for it. I want a new one, motherfucker. Shotgun midget.
You are about to run out of. You are about to run out of ammo.
Oh boy. All right, that's okay. My cooldown for Gunzerking is almost up. It does that cooldown really does guide a lot of the gameplay. Except, well, I mean, I usually pop it as soon as I get it.
At least for you.
If I got full health and full ammo, yeah, I'll hang on to it. But otherwise, I'm gonna pop this thing as soon as it's ready. It's a boy.
So, where are these guys coming from? Do they actually have a spawning door?
They are coming from little doorways that close afterwards. Little cloths that block black corridor, which you cannot see except understand enemies come there. It is, it's honestly, I love that about Borderlands, is that like you know that is a spawning door, but they don't care that you could recognize it for its trope. They're gonna do it because it gets the fucking guys out, even though you could just stand there, wait for enemies to come out through the door, kill them all, you know, one after another, and then they stop spawning and they say, okay, my work here is done. And in the next part,
don't punch that again, Cloud.
we are going to not punch that because fire is hot, and we are going to find Mr. Midgemong because Mr. Midgemong has eluded us once again. Good heavens.